What's up, guys, and welcome to the third episode of Good Game, Bad Idea. This episode is going to be a little bit unusual because instead of talking about something that was bad and ruined the game, we're going to be talking about something that was good and ruined the game. The game I'm going to be doing is The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. If you haven't played that game, you should play it. It's fucking amazing. My personal opinion, I like it better than Ocarina of Time. But that's just me. Ocarina of Time is not one of my favorite Zelda games. My favorite Zelda game of all time will now and forever be freaking A Link to the Past. A Link to the Past is the best Zelda game ever made. But on to the statistics of this game. This game was released in I think 1998 or 1999, maybe 1997. I'm not exactly sure. For the Nintendo 64, and it happened after it was split. It was split off from the Ocarina of Time timeline, and it went on to where Link went when he traveled back into the past, like what he did after that when he became a kid again, and that split his line right there. That's what made the all the Zelda nerds go crazy and start making theories and stuff. But I have done my fair share of debating. When I used to be a hardcore Zelda fan, I'm kind of retired. It's not really my hardcore game anymore. But yeah, Majora's Mask, great fucking game. I gotta tell you this. I'm not like me. I'm not the type to get like fanboyish over games, but when you say something wrong about Majora's Mask, that's when my foot enters your ass. Yeah, bitch, I'm going down right now. You don't fucking mess with this game. This game is fucking amazing. If you've never played it, it's sweet and simple. It's got 4 temples, 5 bosses, done. That's it. That's it. Short game? Not really. Not really. You see, this is pretty much what happens. A kid steals this mask, right? Majora's Mask to be specific, and the game takes place around you acquiring other legendary masks from evil holders and sometimes good holders, but just crazy gigantic monsters that hold these masks that you need, and you need to get them to get the power from them. There's also a couple of side quests you can do to get some fucking amazing masks that will help you. And if you get all the masks, I gotta tell you, if you get all the masks, it will make fighting the final boss so fucking easy. I've 100% completed this game, and I've 30% completed this game, and I gotta tell you, 100% is so much more fucking easy to beat. But I gotta tell you, this game is awesome. 4 temples, 5 bosses, of course, the final boss and whatnot. Of course, you have the side bosses and whatnot, but I don't really count mini bosses and side quest bosses as, I'm talking about the main bosses. First temple, snow temple. First temple was the forest temple. Second temple was the snow temple. Third temple was the shit. What was the third temple? Oh yeah, it was the ghost temple kind of thing. It was set in the skeleton area. And the fourth temple, the fourth and final temple, was the desert temple, if I'm correct. Um, Honestly, I like the Desert Temple more than Gerudo Valley in Ocarina of Time. And Gerudo Valley is one of my favorite places of all time because it has the most fucking awesome music ever. Awesomest music ever. But ever with an A, EVAR. But keep going on. What happened in this game was pretty much this like insane kid dude stole the like Grand Coupe de Goutte mask, and it's like a fucking awesome, powerful mask and whatnot. It gives you insane powers and whatnot. And what happens is, you have to get this mask that lets you travel back in time. So pretty much, you complete a temple and you have its mask, but you travel back in time. So the actions that happened at that temple never occurred, but you still possess it. It possessed the mask that you got from the boss, just to keep the moon from crashing into the earth, because that's the Skull Kid's ultimate goal. Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Not really a spoiler. You kind of get it as soon as you start the game, but yeah. And you have to stop him from doing it at all costs. And the only way to do it is to awaken the 4 giants. And just out of coincidence, the bosses of these levels also hold masks. Now you can use these masks in several ways. The masks will help you; they will give you special powers, or the masks will. Oh, I completely fucking screwed that up. I'm sorry. The bosses don't hold the masks. Key I forgot what they were called. It's P something. But key players in the game hold these masks, and you have to like do side quests for them and whatnot. And you get these masks, and they're not really side quests because you have to do them in order to progress. But I like to call them side quests anyway because they have you go a little bit back and whatnot and get them stuff. But pretty much what happens is you need these masks to acquire powers that you normally wouldn't have. 'Cause, your tiny scrawny Link. What the hell is he gonna do? Fucking dance around like a fairy? Yeah, I said it. Back on topic. But pretty much. Excuse me. Choked on it a little bit. Spit right there. That's unusual. But pretty much what you have to do is you have to collect these masks in a day. I think. Yeah, you have like no, you have around 3 days. Yeah, you have 3 days to beat each temple. And what happens is at the end of these temples, you travel back in time so that you never went to that temple. Therefore, I mean, so that you'll have more time. But as a side effect, you never went to the temple, and so the people in that area are still suffering and whatnot. The people that you helped. But so technically, you can replay any level at any time you wanted to. You just go back and keep doing it over and over again if you want to, just kind of grind that level because you liked it. I did that for a while on the second level, which was pretty awesome. But the Skull Kid's ultimate goal is to smash the moon into the earth. The moon has a cynical fucking smile. You need to look it up if you haven't ever played that game. It's really kind of creepy, but it's kind of funny. It's a hilarious thing. And you have to beat 4 bosses that hold down 4 giants, the 4 ancient giants of legend. I forgot what the legend was, but it was some kind of ancient lore. You can look it up on the internet or something. But once you awaken these 4 giants, you have to confront the Skull Kid. And what happens is the mask overtakes him and he kind of like loses control and the mask I guess animates itself in the form of like a giant of like several forms, and the final one is like fucking berserker mode. You need listen, I'm gonna tell you, if you do not get like I think all 60 or 120 masks in this game, you're gonna have a bitch of a time beating that boss. I know, I fucking know. It took me several tries to beat him with when I didn't 100% complete the game and get all the masks. Because if you 100% to complete the game and get all the masks, you can pretty much trade all the masks for like this ultimate mask, and it'll fucking annihilate him. It will annihilate him, and pretty much he's extremely hard if you don't have that mask. I've managed to beat him though in 100% the game before, but this is what breaks the game. This is what breaks the game. Wait, let me finish the story first. It's pretty much after you beat him, the giants stop the moon from crashing into the earth, and they restore the Skull Kid back to his sanity and whatnot. And he realizes what he did and the mistakes he had made, and he tries to atone for him. And then Link rides off into the distance on trusty Epona. If you don't know what Epona is, that's the horse from all the Legend of Zelda games. But on to the Game Breaker. This Game Breaker, I honestly love this Game Breaker. It's one of my favorite Game Breakers of all time. In the second level of the game, if you grind hard enough, you can get the Gilded Sword. The Gilded Sword is broke as shit. When I say broke, I mean broke as shit. It's so fucking powerful. So pretty much normally, if you didn't upgrade your sword, you start off with the Kokiri sword, and you can upgrade it to Razor Sword and the Edge Sword, and then if you upgrade it enough, you can upgrade it to the Gilded Sword. And what happens is, if you don't upgrade it, you have to cut it. It will gradually get duller as the game progresses, and you will have to go back and constantly sharpen your sword at the level 2 blacksmith, and you will have to get it upgraded and whatnot. And you can also upgrade to the Razor Sword, which is personally the coolest looking one to me. No, the second coolest looking one to me. The Gilded Sword is the coolest looking one. But the thing is, your power depends on how sharp your sword is, and if you don't sharpen it regularly, you'll go back to like level 1 status, like the one that you need to, the one that you have to beat the level 1 boss with, and you can't beat the game with that one. I don't mean like you literally can't. I mean like it'll be fucking hard to. It will be extremely hard to, especially if you don't have that super awesome mask I was talking about. But if you get the gilded sword, not only does it increase the power of that sword threefold. If I got my stats right, correct me if I don't. But it increased the power of of your regular sword threefold, and you never have to sharpen it again. Never have to sharpen it again. Never, never. You go through the entire game, you never ever have to sharpen it again. Meaning you have 3 times the amount of damage that you normally would with the regular sword, and you never have to sharpen it again, which means that you don't have to worry about armor as much because sharpening, also helps you with armor, just like in Monster Hunter Try. Uh, so yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what broke the game. That sword makes the game extremely easy. Another thing that makes the game extremely easy. This is another broke thing. That mask I was telling you about. Well, pretty much what you can do is, if I'm right, you can do a glitch where you can do all the side quests before you get the right tools, and you can get that mask before you even fight the first boss. And you can go through the entire game with that extremely overpowered mask, and you can like beat the first boss, any boss in like 2 hits with that mask because it's so insanely overpowered. I know. I think I've done this before, if I'm correct. The all nighter with one of my friends. But yeah, those are 2 things that break this game. They're good things. They make the game really fun to replay and find glitches with because you don't have to worry about dying as much. And yeah, Majora's Mask. If I had to rate the game, I would give it a good old fashioned 9 out of 10 because it's fucking amazing. There's no possible way that anything in this game could have stopped it from being a 10. It's just not good enough to be a 10. That's just my opinion. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you next week.